And might I just say, with the Video Games Monthly Unboxing, what? Video Games Monthly Unboxing, not Video Games Unmonthly Boxing, that'd be weird. The fact that it comes in that little container, so you don't need to use tape. And it's funny, it comes in a box. They could just send the box like this and put a label right on top of it, go the extra mile, and doing the priority shipping. So, pretty cool. And I do reuse these boxes when I sell items on Whatnot and Encore and stuff like that too. So, another Video Games Monthly unboxing. We're gonna find out what's in here. I am, like everyone else on YouTube today, Team Water, along with Mr. Beast, along with Mr. Roper, Mr. Beast, Mark Rober, billion other people on YouTube are all doing their videos today, all talking about Team Water. $1 will make someone have clean water for a year. 20 bucks, clean water for decades. I take the fact that I have clean running water in the kitchen. Literally, my sink is over there. I have clean running water in the bathroom. Have you noticed the bathroom water always tastes better than the kitchen water? Why is that? Team Water, it's what's happening today. And yes, they sent me this hoodie, even though the AC is running because it's 100 degrees outside. But in honor of that, I'm wearing the hoodie for this entire episode. You can do your part, even if it's donating $1. Very cool. You can actually do that in the description below. Thank you much. This is going to be a short one so I can get out of this hoodie. Let's do this. A little blind unboxing. Let's see what we got. You can do with Video Games Monthly, you can do like a game a month, a couple games a month. I do the 5 games a month, and I just choose all systems, mostly cartridge-based. That's what I'm mostly into, the cartridge-based stuff. 8-bit, 16-bit. But you never know what's going to pop up. And even though I do have some games in my so-called collection, I don't have a... I'm not a collector, but I have a collection, you know what I mean? I don't put down that I have anything, I'm just happy to see what they send. Because sometimes, oftentimes, it's in a better label than mine. So, hoping for... you know what, I'm actually... Since coming back from Brazil, I've been in a good Mega Drive and Master System mood. So I'm hoping for more Mega Drive and Master System games, but as always, the Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Famicom, I'll take anything. Atari 2600, I'll take anything. Have a little feelsy. We have, oh, that's kind of fun. Little make your own Luigi sticker sheet. Kind of creepy, actually, but that's okay. We have a card here, and just let you know what's going down. Sometimes the card says, congratulations, we'll even throw in a bonus game. Which is great. I mean, I'll take that. But I don't require it. I don't need it, but I'll take it. Oh, right up front, we have a Genesis game. We have a Sega Genesis game, not an EA game. What's it gonna be? Focus. Is this Vector Man? No, it's Vector Man 2. Vector Man 2 was a fantastic game. Well, it was a late release Sega Genesis game, but it featured amazing graphics, especially for the time, great sound, and a fun character. I could have seen Vector Man being an early mascot character, but even the animation of this game, absolutely wonderful. Again, unfortunate that was such a late release game for the Sega Genesis, but I mean, something like this, you know, I could have seen this on the Sega Saturn. It looks so good. Like you're looking at it now, and if you've never played it before, it's like, dude, this is a Saturn game? No, it is on a Sega Genesis cartridge. That's how good this game is. Fantastic looking, fantastic, you know, playthrough and everything. Just a lot of fun. Again, the unfortunate thing for this game was it was a late release game, so not a lot of people played it at this time. Many people moved on. You know, interesting that, you know, to put in perspective, this game was available after the Sony PlayStation was out. So, I mean, yes, I rented it back in the day, but cool to have it. Already off to a swimming start with Vector Man 2. And that's the beautiful thing about these Video Games Monthly boxings is the value of the games will at least add up to what you paid, but usually over. And Vector Man 2, not a bad one to have. I like both Vector Man games. All right, we have... This is an odd one. Oh, it's Super Nintendo. What? That's not odd. That's Super Nintendo. All right, let's check out the Super Nintendo game. What Super Nintendo games were on a black card? Whose hair is this? Just what I need. Thank you. I'm gonna have... That DNA is gonna get on me, that hair. All right. What were the black cart games for Super Nintendo? Trying to think. I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out together. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Did you say it was Killer Instinct? Well, it was Nintendo's attempt at a 2D fighting game. Well, not even Nintendo, it was Rare. It was on a Nintendo system, but was not a Nintendo game, although a lot of people considered Rare, I think, because their collaboration with like Donkey Kong Country, but it was still the team Rare. Kevin Bayliss, who did the art for Donkey Kong Country, talked about doing this game. In fact, Jago, who I'm playing as, has the ripped jeans, directly inspired by Joe Elliott. Did you know that? The lead singer for Def Leppard, and his ripped jeans inspired Jago's ripped jeans. So a little bit of video game trivia for you, and that's straight from the mouth of Kevin Bayliss. My friends were into this game. I wasn't super into this game. I would play it just because, I mean, with any 2D fighting game, you can kind of figure it out a little bit, start doing some, you know, similar moves. It was all right. You know, it could have gone from here, but, you know, maybe they should have just come out with Super Smash Brothers earlier. Not a bad one. Hey, this is a pretty good one. That's the unboxing I had last month. Yes, it was worth the value, but it was like, I don't need sealed games. I want to play these games. We have an NES game. I'll go ahead and pull that out right now. Standard issue NES game. 3 screws. Could be anything. What do we got? Milan's Secret Castle. Millen's Secret Castle. Milton's Secret Castle. Milan's Secret Castle. It is Hudson Soft, no matter which way you look at it. Well, they got the secret part right. I've always called it Milan's Secret Castle. I'm sure it's not. It's probably Milan's Secret Castle. So many secrets. This game is all about the secrets, but this was also during a time when Nintendo games were acceptable being like this, if that makes sense. And if you're from the day, if you're from the era, you look at a game like this, you're like, oh yeah, this is a Super Nintendo game, so you're shooting bubbles. The enemies are kind of nondescript, you know, just little pixel blobs of, you know, it could be a frog, it could just be a floating head. For some reason, why was that an enemy in Nintendo games for the time? It's like, oh, we'll just do a floating face, and that'll be an enemy. And this game, again, trying to work your way up the castle, and you don't really have a whole lot of like direction or instruction of what you're supposed to do next. So you just kind of go around and shoot at everything until something eventually opens up, and you fight a boss every once in a while. You might even have to backtrack in this game to pick up other items. Oh, there's that floating head thing. There's just a lot going on with Milan's Secret Castle here. I do love this game. Very nostalgic for it. I was just talking about this game not too long ago. I forgot why. It was in a video, though. I don't remember why. Anyway, what video? Oh, because it was the castle games. That's right. Yeah, check out the card. There we go. I was talking about the different castle games on NES. I was like, I know I just talked about this in a video recently. What do we got here? Big cartridge. Is this Super... No, this is Super Famicom. I knew what it was. It was Super Famicom. All right. Boy, this could be anything. What is this, Crayon Shinchan? What do we got? Focus, buddy. Oh, dude. Kirby. Superstar Deluxe. Oh, this is a good one. I remember when this first came out in the US. I was like, oh, cool. I'm down for a new Kirby game. And this was like several Kirby games in one. And the opening sequence blew my mind. I was like, oh, it's just like watching a cartoon. But here we go. Kirby. This is like Hoshi no Kirby Super Deluxe. But I'm sure you played this if you're into the Kirby games. Also the same idea where you can, like, you know, steal the ability and all that too. Gotta love that with the Kirby games. Best idea ever. But then also, unlike the other Kirby games, with your idea, you could also make one into a friend and kiss them, apparently. So if you want to make out with the enemies from Kirby, this is the game you're looking for, apparently. I forgot that was even an option. I remember creating the enemy. Let me just draw it right into the hole. That's perfect. Great. I'm capturing my own footage. Can you tell? Can you tell? Anyway, so this game is amazing, though, because it has the multiple gameplay. You can play the story mode, which is fine, but then there's all these little mini-games and stuff that you can do, too, just to keep the gameplay going in a game like this. So, very, very happy to have this. I've never played the Super Famicom version. I'm sure it's the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, which means we should have one left. A Game Boy game? Nope. Oh, no Game Boy games. Oh, that's too bad. I do love classic Game Boy and Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance. Of course, I could also change my listings in this to say, just send me a bunch of Game Boy games. But I wouldn't do that. It is a, this is a disc-based game. It could be for any system. I'm not sure. I'm just going to showcase it like that. PlayStation 2, friends. Alright, so I got 4 great games in my collection here. We have Kirby's Dream Course, Killer Instinct, Vector Man 2, and never forget, Millen's Secret Castle, Milan's Secret Castle, Milton's Secret Castle, Milner's Secret Castle, Milon's Secret Castle. I think it's Milon's Secret Castle. Maybe it's Miller's planet where 1 hour equals 7 years castle. I don't know. Anyway, I have some amazing games today. So happy that we got these. Again, Video Games Monthly. Always fun to do these because you never know what's going to pop up. And these games, you know what? These are actually some pretty good games and good label condition too. With the exception of that weird hair. Where did that come from? It wasn't from Joe, I promise you that. Well, it wasn't from me, I promise you that.